global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news for you, and the headline reads: Buhari's minister denied US visa on the grounds of corruption, right of abuses, and other. See details. But before we go into the news and further analysis on this topic, we would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's go straight into the news of the day. The Minister of Niger Delta, Senator Godswill Akpabio, was denied entry into the United States, US, as the embassy in Nigeria refused to grant him visa. Akpabio's visa application was turned down because the President Donald Trump administration is in the possession of petitions filed against the minister for a series of murders, corruption, and rights abuses while he served as a governor of Akwa Ibom State. The current minister of Niger Delta served as a governor of Akwa Ibom State from 2007 to 2015 under the platform of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) before defecting to the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the build-up to the 2019 general elections. A petition accusing the former Akwa Ibom governor for corruption, murder, and human rights abuses is currently before the U.S. government. A source privy to the drama that played out at the U.S. embassy told Point Blank News that after the former governor applied for visa, the officer in charge told him to drop his passport and return to collect it later. However, when he returned to get the visa, he was told his application was declined. It was gathered that Akpabio was angry at the visa officer for not telling him from the onset that his visa application was denied, instead of exposing him to the humiliation of having to return to collect his passport. The source said Akpabio was few days ago denied visa by the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria. It is not clear why he wants to visit the United States. The Trump administration is in the possession of complaints filed against Akpabio for a series of murder, corruption, and rights abuses when he was the governor. He went to the embassy and was asked to drop his passport and come back. When he returned, he was told they could not grant him a visa to the United States. He got angry and told the visa officer and told him he should have told him he can't get the visa instead of asking him to come back and be disgraced. That's the source now saying. In 2011 election, Akwa Ibom State recorded a lot of violence. Akpabio, who was seeking a second term at the time, won the gubernatorial election, followed by John James Akpanuduade of the defunct Action Congress of Nigeria (ACN) and Lawrence Essien of the defunct Congress for Progressive Change (CPC). In 2014 December, a civil society organization named Nigeria Peace and Security Working Group, in a report on its finding on the 2011 elections, stated that there was significant pre-election violence between the ACN and PDP, which prompted assassinations, attempts against political aspirants, and the killing of Akaniyanen Okpanan, a major PDP politician. There were several incidents of targeted as well as general violence surrounding the election. For example, early in March, a student rally following a government speech regarding empowering students for the election resulted in a stampede, which reportedly left several dead. It was also reported that a popular journalist had been killed for voicing anti-government sentiments, while an ACN chieftain was reportedly murdered by assassins, although no specific motive was reported. Following the elections, the ACN challenged the election of Governor Godswill Akpabio, claiming vote rigging and fraud. Following those allegations, it was reported that an INEC member went into hiding following death threats and missed claims that he had played a role in ballot rigging. Specifically in Uyo and Ikot, there was a significant amount of violence incidents, mainly between PDP and ACN supporters, including political thuggery and targeted killings. Ethnic tension in 2011, tensions between the three main ethnic groups, that's the Ibibio, the Anang, and Ororon, was heightened during the 2011 elections, mostly along party lines. Police responded adequately to most violent incidents. Intra-party tension PDP Governor Obong Godswill Akpabio fired the secretary to the state governor, that was Obong Umana Okon Umana, due to political difference. Now Umana wants to run for governor and Akpabio is running for the state senate because he's reached the end of his term limit as a governor. Controversy on which senatorial district the governorship will be zoned to, whether Rìģhť or Uyo, the report stated. Similarly, a bulletin by Funds for Peace on Akwa Ibom State on patterns and trends from 2012 to 2014 stated that violence in the state was elevated during the gubernatorial elections of 2011. It continued following the re-election of Godswill Obot Akpabio, People's Democratic Party. Then, however, the capital level of violence dropped significantly in the second half of 2013. Violence trended upwards, with incidents reportedly around the capital city of Uyo, the town of Ikorekpene, and the coastal local government areas to the south, including issues of land conflict, political tensions, and protests and abduction. Overall, between 2012 and 2014, Akwa Ibom was the least violent state in the Niger Delta region as measured by reported incident per capita. In early 2014, major incidents included adoption of Vice Chancellor of University of Uyo by militants in May and an intercommunal clash leading to beheading of 3 people in January. Incidents and fatalities decreased in the second half of 2014, representing a significant shift from the high levels of pre-election violence since 2011. All right, that's the news. We actually got this from Point Blank News. At a time of filing this, we have not heard any report or any response from Godswill Akpabio. But let's just hear what Nigerians are generally saying about this. What is how is Nigerians reacting to the fact that Buhari's minister has been denied visa? Let's go now to our platform, our online platform. This one here says, if not for greed, he should have done more by what was accrued to the state. But since he decided to play God, shame and embarrassment can't stop trading him. He was held on high esteem, but still it made him to join himself with the infidel government of the day to escape punishment. Okay, this one here says, why always running down our own? What do we gain by this? Looking around the state, his legacy speaks better than your blackmail. This one here says, a welcome development if it's true that U.S. Embassy turned his visa application down. What's he going to the United States to go and do? Study? And here another one says, so Oga Senator, you are not aware since all these days that you are banned from entering a distant country like USA. This one here says, USA do so for all our politicians so that they will think on how to rebuild Nigeria to meet up US standards, create think tank for health, security, education, military, human rights, and judiciary, and others. All right, let's see how this one goes. We'll take one more and one or two more, and we'll go into the analysis proper. This one here says, kudos to IPOB. I haven't joined them to do anything, but I love what they are doing to bring all these atrocities to limelight. When they started beating our rogues, politicians, idiots from some part of Nigeria started insulting them. Now what we could not do, America is doing for us. This one here says they should extend it to all Nigerian politicians. All of them are corrupt and has blood on their hands. All right, this is how much we can take on this. Let's just quickly say one or two things before round up. If eventually, because at the time of filing this report, we got this source from Point Blank. We are not, Akpabio have not responded yet if it's a lie or if it's true. But we all know that Nigeria, everything they say, any propaganda they don't want anyone to hear is tagged fake news. But be that as may, if this is true, it's a good one coming from the United States. If they can actually extend it to all of our politicians, one way or the other, so that others will be on the top two. But I just know that even if they give them visa ban to the United States, I'm sure some of them will port. If they don't want to go, they'll probably go to Dubai or go to UK or any other country that will permit them to come in. But at least it's a good one in the right direction, so that they will just have this feeling that they are not gods, they are human after all, and their matter is actually on international scale. You can just imagine starting with someone like Godswill Akpabio. Godswill Akpabio, yes, is one of the corrupt politicians, but I can bet you he's not the only one. There are those who have done more sinister things than he has. But kudos, good one from the United States, because when they started this whole banning of visa stuff, denial of visa, we're all saying that, look, if President Donald Trump can just help not to ban all Nigerians from entering the United States, but it should be for the corrupt politicians, because they have caused more harm than good for Nigeria. But kudos to the United States. If this is true, honestly, I pray it spread around the whole politicians and not just the selected few. Honestly, these guys have wrecked our economy. They have become almost a god. Instead of them being servants, they're supposed to be serving the people, and as in technically, I'm permitted to call them public servant to the masses, but no way, they're no longer public servant. They're actually gods to the to the masses now. Masses don't even elect them again. They actually rig themselves into position and become gods to the masses, and they appoint themselves their fellow gods to, and begin to terrorize the masses. So instead of democracy, what we are seeing is anarchy here. But if we can't help ourselves, we really would need the international body to look into this case. But this is how much we can go. What do you think about this? Do you think this is the right step in the right direction? And do you think this can cause the likes of Godswill Akpabio to have a rethink on how he's doing his thing? Or could it also be a good signal to other? Can this be seen as a good signal to other politicians who will also begin to redirect their steps